Pennsylvania at Beaver Stadium. That's the site of our matchup today. Let's head down to the coin toss down. It's brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Stout is on the field to kick this one off, and everyone in the stadium is ready for this game to get started. McDowell fields it at the 1. Gets to about the 24-yard line. So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field. Nice run up the middle. Harris comes away with 5 yards on the carry.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
From their own 29-yard line, it's 2nd down. Fires out to his receiver, and he's tackled at the 39. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
And they make the stop at about the 49. A nice-looking play that time.
Well, the defense was blitzing here, and again, great recognition by the quarterback to find the hot receiver.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. Throws complete, and he stopped immediately. That'll be a gain of 5.
You don't have to go deep every play to be successful. They got 5 yards on the play, and that's always a good gain.
There's a strike complete. Tackle around the 40-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down, a yard for the first down. Ball on the 40-yard line. And he's taken down at the 31-yard line.
They're eating up a lot of field on this drive. I'm really impressed with their ball control.
Tackled outside after a nice pickup.
Gain of 7 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
From the 24-yard line. 2nd down. Difficult pass, and it's almost picked off.
The defense always likes to see a pass broken up, but getting the turnover would have been really big.
This is the 9th play of this drive. And he's level at the 33-yard line.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush, because sacks can be real drive killers.
It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. South Carolina is looking to go up by 3. Kicks away. And it's off the upright, and it's good. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He just drills this one. He's taken down at the 22. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. He's tackled at the 31.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Brought down at the 40. it out quickly. He's at midfield, and he's tackled in the open field.
Gain of 11 yards. First down.
He's at the 40. Brought down in the open field.
Makes the tackle. Call it a gain of 11 yards. First down.
Big opening. He's at the 30. Makes it out to about the 30.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That brings up second and 1.
Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
That's a gain of 5 on the play. That's good enough.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 25. And he carries the ball for a nice gain.
That's good for a gain of 4 yards. That makes it second and 6.
He's got an opening. Inside the 10. He's knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Brad, you just don't see this very often anymore in college football. That is their 5th first down on this drive alone. They have great rhythm right now as an offense, and look at that poor defense. They're looking over to the sidelines to the defensive coordinator for some help. They need to change things up.
Keeps it, and he's got a touchdown.
It takes a lot of strength to run it when you're heading into a massive pile of bodies. Good job of holding on to it and getting it across the goal line.
And he converts the extra point. A 9-play, 80-yard drive, and they add 7 points to the scoreboard.
Brad, that's one of those drives that can just tear your heart out. They can really demoralize a defense when they drive the ball down the field, and a lot of the yards came on the ground.
So our score, 7-3. You never like to have to play from behind, but a deficit this manageable shouldn't be in the front of their minds. They just need to go out there and play. Throws complete, and he's got space to work.
A gain of 2 yards. That makes it second and 8.
From their own 27-yard line. Second down. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. They'll bring him down at the 35.
That's good for a gain of 8 yards. That makes it first and 10.
13, Mike 13. Here we go. I got 8. I got 8.
Scrambling around. Caught, and he's hit immediately.
That's the reception. That's a gain of 1 on the play. That makes it second and 10.
Second and 10. Ball on the 36.
4 down, 4 down. Watch 20. Seal that. Seal that. Seal that. Ready.
Quick throw. And down he goes at the 47.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down.
You don't want that.
Here's a handoff, left side. Tackle made at the 42.
That's good for a gain of 11 yards. First down.
From the 42-yard line, it's first down.
4 down, 4 down. Mike 13, Mike 13. Ready.
He gets another carry. He's taken down at the 42-yard line.
That makes it second and 10.
Check 13. Check 13.
That's a great tackle at the 46.
That's a loss of 2 yards.
And this play is number 8 on the drive.
4 down, 4 down. Mike 13, Mike 13. Set. Great.
wants it all going long.
What great concentration. He left his feet, made the catch, and managed to secure it when he hit the ground. That was just sensational.
So the big gain resulting from the pass play leaves us with a 1st and 10. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
And this is the 10th play of the drive. Gets out to around the 12.
Gain of 8 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
And once again, they'll come to the line trying to convert on 3rd down. Tailback brought down for a loss. And the halfback's got nowhere to go. They're crowding the line. He didn't get it. It's not even close. And they lose possession on down.
You know, that was one of those situations where you have to go for it to try to get something going. Now they need a big play here from their defense.
I think we saw the effects of what a long drive can do to a defense the last time this offense was out on the field. They took that football and drove the length of the field to put points up on the board. And I think it really started to affect not only just the psyche of this defense, but maybe even the conditioning where they started to get a little bit fatigued.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Gains his way to the 26-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 14 yards. That'll move the chains for another Penn State.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Gains his way to the 40-yard line.
Gain of 14 yards. 1st down.
Penn State holds a 4-point lead. Give to the tailback. Gets out to around the 48.
Call it a gain of 8 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
He goes downtown to the 20. And a great catch downfield. He can't get him, and he's still going. And he hits the PAT. A nice 5-play, 88-yard drive. And it's good for 7 points.
Boy, this offense right now is just being physical, really controlling the line of scrimmage, and it's opening up some nice big lanes for the running backs.
The score now, 14-3. And down he goes at the 26-yard line. Penn State's got people flying all over the field on defense right now.
Boy, they sure do. Right now, we're just seeing great defensive effort. They have a plan. They understand it. They're playing with great speed, and they're not giving up big plays. That's why they're playing well up to this point.
They need to show a little giddy-up now, because if they don't start eating into this deficit, they could easily fall out of the game. Fires quick out to the receiver, and he can't make the grab.
Incomplete pass. Brooks was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on the 26-yard line. He's got it with room to run. And he's tackled at the 41-yard line. As we expected coming into this game, this one appears to be under control. 14-3, Penn State. Welcome back here. We resume action now here in the 2nd quarter.
Mike 13, Mike 13. Ready, 180, wide, 80. Watch the slant.
And he makes it out to about the 44-yard line. Second down, 7 to go. Ball on the 44. Gets it. He's in space. And he is drilled at the 48-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 13, Mike 13.
Catches it, and that's all. They get 5 yards on the play.
Here's a safe play hitting the underneath receiver, but it's a nice gain of 5.
2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Mike 13, Mike 13.
And he's tackled after positive yardage.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. 1st down.
Tight end left, tight end left. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 13, Mike 13. Set, wide 80, cut, wide.
He makes it to the 35-yard line. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
Nice play here by the senior to make the sure tackle. It's not very often that someone's able to shake this guy.
It's 2nd and 9. Ball on the 35-yard line. Throws, intercept. No, he dropped it.
Joyner, the intended receiver on the play.
It's the 9th play of the drive. And they make the stop right around the 20.
I like it. They're not afraid to try this defense over the middle. The quarterback saw man coverage and gave his receiver a chance to make a play. They picked up the 1st down, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them come back to that play.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 20. They failed down here the last 2 times.
Let's go. 395.
They go to the back, and he's hit immediately in the backfield.
That play was over before it got started. That was just a case of the offensive line getting beat at the snap of the ball.
It's the 11th play of the drive.
Here we go. Red 18. Red 18.
Inside handoff. They'll drop him for a loss.
That brings up 3rd and 12.
3rd down again. And he rifles it in there for the touchdown. The wide receiver flew down the field on that touchdown connection.
Well, he has the speed to stretch the defense, and his hands are getting better every single game.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. A 12-play, 74-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
He's to the 20. At the 30. He's tackled at the 33.
Kickoff return 33 yards.
With 1 quarter down, I really haven't seen too much separation between these two squads. Might be neck and neck the whole way. Penn State is up 4. He scrambles, decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. Dives for extra yardage. Good gain there on the quarterback scramble.
You know, I really like the decision to tuck it and run here. He waited and found no one open, so instead of throwing it away, he just took it upfield for himself.
Now he's scrambling. Slides down to the ground. And he just gets rid of it. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 48-yard line. Got it and brought down immediately.
Rush brings him down at the 42-yard line.
Gotta move quick right here.
That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Check out. Just go
And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds.
Quarterbacks just love this scenario. He had his man one-on-one on a corner route versus man coverage, and you just saw it. It results in an easy first down.
Steps out of bounds around the 21-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
Throws it out, and it falls incomplete.
I mean, he has his wide receiver wide open. You spend all those hours during the week to be able to get prepped and ready to go. You got an open man like this, just step and deliver and make the throw.
Penn State is up by 4. And he throws it away.
Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
It's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field. They'll try for 3 points. Kicks up, and they tack on 3 points. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Tackle at the 26. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Makes it to the 34. A nice job by the offensive line, and they pick up a gain of 8.
That makes it 2nd and 2.
So it's 2nd down and about 2 yards to go. He makes his way to about the 42.
That's a gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Double tight, double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 13, Mike 13. Ready, green 9, hard.
The pass falls incomplete. Jenkins, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 2nd.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 42. Brought down at the 46-yard line.
Harris was the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Try left, try left. 3 down. Mike 13, Mike 13.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he's taken down around the 48-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. 4th down.
Wilson is back awaiting the punt. This punt bounces into the end zone, and this will be a touchback. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Penn State up 7 points. Fires it out. Tackle around the 23-yard line.
Gain of 3 yards.
On the ball, on the ball.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Quick pass. He's tackled around the 29-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play.
Let's go.
That'll make it 3rd and 1.
Nice run there.
First down.
Taken down in the backfield.
Lots behind the line. No gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
He gets out to about the 35-yard line.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Let's get to the line.
That brings up 3rd and 10.
Go. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Catches it, and he's punished. Kane picks him up 6 yards with a catch. South Carolina just took their first time out. Stout is the punter. He fields the punt at the 20. They'll bring him down at the 28. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. And he just gets rid of it. From their own 28-yard line, it's second down. Caught with room to work. They'll bring him down at about the 33-yard line.
That'll make it 3rd and 5.
From their own 33-yard line, 3rd down. Looks like someone got a head start on the line.
False start, offense.
It'll be 3rd down again after that penalty.
Yeah, now they have more yards to pick up for the first down.
Quick strike to the receiver. And down he goes around the 31-yard line. The Nittany Lions taking their first time out of the half. Wilson back to return it. He gets it away, and this is a really nice punt. He's out to the 30. He makes it out to maybe the 43-yard line. Nice yardage on the run back. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Penn State is up 7. Gets it out quickly. Tackle made right around the 48-yard line.
Johnson makes the tackle at the 48-yard line. That makes it 2nd and 2.
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. He's taken down at the 45. The Nittany Lions use their 2nd timeout. First down, 10 yards to go. All on the 45-yard line. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. The cavalry's coming. And he's tackled at the 37.
Gain of 8 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
He's on the run. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work. He dives, and he'll be marked down. Empty backfield. Quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. And they make the stop right around the 12-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and inches.
They come out in a 5-wide set. Now he tries to buy some time. What a play, and that is 1st and goal.
That makes it 1st and goal.
He's scrambling. And he's level at the 8. Penn State's called their final timeout. Here's the 8th play of the series. The kick is up, and it's good. The Nittany Lions saw one of their top players going down earlier, but it looks like he's going to be able to get back in there. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 20. And down he goes at the 24-yard line. It's been a well-fought game as we head to the half. Penn State's got a 10-point lead.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollock here completely locked in on that first half. Both offenses rolling at will in the first half. And as you watch these teams head to the locker room for halftime, there were some skill guys. That chest was puffed out a little bit more. They were kind of looking up in the stands and said, did you see what I just did?
Yeah, see, ready to pad their stats, get some helmet stickers. Yeah, they're all excited. But I tell you what, that's the one thing that's hard about the game of football you see all the time is the momentum swings. Once you really get dialed in and once things start going your way, sometimes it's hard to stop it. And that's why you see runs on offense. And both offenses in great rhythm. I mean, they haven't had many negative plays. Everything's gone in the right direction. They're both performing at a high level. One of these defenses in the second half needs to step up, make some plays, get them out of their comfort zone a little bit.
That's going to do it at halftime, just about ready to start the second half.
All right, you finish it up, brother. I'm going to get something in the cafeteria. I'm hungry.
Look, wait, don't leave until you get my order. Brad, Kirk, take the second half.
All right, Reese and David, thanks, guys. Second half action just about ready to start here. Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. And here we go with the offense ready to get things going again.
Let's go! Round 55!
He was that close to making a big play.
This safety is kicking himself for dropping that one.
That makes it second and 10.
From their own 25-yard line. Second down. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Gets it. He's in space. He's to the 40. Brought down around the 45-yard line. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. He might have a chance. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And he hits him hard at the 38-yard line.
The ball.
That's good enough for another Penn State.
5 wide.
First down.
And he's taken down at about the 27-yard line.
Move the chains for another Penn State. First down.
Throws out and through his hands.
Number 13 was the intended receiver on the play.
From the 27-yard line, it's second down. Defensive coordinator anticipating this 5 wide set, and he comes in with his dime package. Fires incomplete.
These guys just don't seem to be on the same page, and they're going to have to be if they expect to win this game.
Switch! Key in 21, key in 21! 794!
Tackle around the 19-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards.
They'll line it up for the field goal.
Not over here!
He gets it up, and the field goal is good. Stout has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He just drills this one. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. The Nittany Lions continue to get it done on the defensive side of the football, Kirk.
Yeah, they've done a good job of building this lead and almost determined here to protect it. Let's see if they can hold on here for the rest of the way.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game. Complete, brought down, nothing doing.
That makes it second and 10.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Brooks brings him down at the 32-yard line. That makes it 3rd and 3.
Nice run up the middle.
They should continue to run the ball. If they keep this up, the defense will wear down very quickly.
From their own 36-yard line. First down.
Green! Green 95! Green 95!
He gets it out to about the 47-yard line.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Time right. Three down. Mike 13. Here we go. Green 9.
McDowell will run it again. They'll drop him for a loss.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 12.
From their own 45-yard line. Second down.
Rush 20. Check 20. Mike 13. Red 18.
And he's going to be sacked for a loss. And now they're faced with another 3rd and long as they try to convert and move those chains again. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That makes it 4th and long.
Wilson is back deep to return the punt. He'll take it from the 18. Tackle made at the 27.
Return for a gain of 9 yards.
They'll come back out with some confidence from having put through the field goal last time. And they hit him in the backfield.
Loss of 1 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
From their own 26-yard line. Second down. He's gobbled up in the backfield.
Loss of 3 on the play. That brings up 3rd and 14.
Almost intercepted there.
Washington was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 4th and 14.
Van will be the return man. He makes it out to maybe the 46-yard line. They were forced to punt the ball away the last time they had it. They'll be looking for a little more out of their offense on this possession.
If they're going to make a comeback in this game, it's going to have to start now. This offense has to get rolling.
Hands off up the middle and stuffed.
No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 46. And he throws right away. Almost intercepted.
Brooks, the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10.
4 down. Mike 13.
Quickly to the tight end, incomplete.
Number 9 was the intended receiver on the play. That'll make it 4th and 10.
Wilson is the deep man awaiting the return. It's away, and it's a booming punt. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The defense did a nice job shutting down the offense the last time they had the ball. Fires complete over the middle. They'll bring him down at the 46-yard line.
Gain of 26 yards.
complete. Good tackle there in space.
Smith makes the tackle at the 47-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 9.
Screen pass. He's got his halfback. And down he goes at the 46.
Gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
He's on the run. He's knocked out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
There's a reason why defenses hate playing against teams that run the option well. It's so unpredictable. That time they couldn't defend it properly, and they gave up a first down.
He gets to about the 24-yard line.
That'll move the chains for another Penn State. First down.
And he throws it away. Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 24. Throws it and it's caught for the touchdown. And he converts the extra point. A 7-play, 80-yard drive. And they add 7 points to the scoreboard. The score now, 30-10. Stout looks ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. This one's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. The Gamecocks are just falling apart in this quarter. I mean, are there any positives you can even use to motivate the team right now?
Well, as bad as it looks and feels right now, there's still over a quarter of football to be played. You just got to forget about the mistakes, try to get a little bit of momentum created, and get confidence back in this quarterback being able to make plays for him.
He's to the 40. Brought down with only one man to beat.
For a gain of 19 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
From their own 44-yard line. First down.
3 down, 3 down. Mike 13, Mike 13.
And he tackles him hard at the 36.
That's a loss of 8 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 1.
Throws a bullet over the middle. Tackle made at the 38.
That's good for a gain of 2 yards. 3rd down.
Third down now, and they need to get it inside the 46.
3 down, 3 down. Mike 13, Mike 13.
Quick throw out to the receiver. He's taken down around the 46-yard line.
It was a well-designed and executed pattern, but on 3rd down and forever, it just wasn't enough.
They've got 10 guys up. It looks like they're going to try to block this one. He really got a hold of that one. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Let's find out if the defense has made any adjustments after giving up a touchdown on that last drive.
Well, I think this defense has got to do something because right now the quarterback is in such a good rhythm that you've got to do something to try to get him out of it. I would suggest trying to bring more pressure. Try to come up with an exotic blitz look to try to get him on his heels as opposed to being the aggressor and attacking the defense.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 20. Delivers to the halfback on the screen. And he's tackled at the 20.
No gain. That brings up 3rd and 10.
And they make the stop at the 32. come out in a 5-wide set. Now he's scrambling. Brought down right around the 38-yard line.
That's a gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
He gets out to about the 38-yard line.
No gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Number 86. Watch 86. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
He makes it to the 38-yard line.
No gain on the play. That makes it 4th and 4.
Van, the return man. And this one is a beauty. He makes it to the 25-yard line. Their last drive resulted in a punt, so let's see if they can put together something a little more promising here.
Down 2 possessions, this offense has to step up to capitalize on this possession.
Caught, and he's hit immediately.
Gain of 3 yards.
So with 1 quarter remaining, Penn State leads 30-10. Welcome back to the action here as we resume play here in quarter number 4.
Mike 13. Mike 13.
Incomplete pass. Number 9 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it
It's 3rd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 28. That's a huge stop here in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. They're going to get the football back, but there's still a lot of ball left. Short pass, middle of the field, and he's leveled at the 40.
Gain of 9 on the play. 1st down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line. And he's taken down right around midfield.
Brooks brings him down at the 50-yard line. 1st down.
Tight right. Four down. Mike 13. Mike 13. Here we go. Wide 80. Wide.
Hey, if you kill it, motion me out.
Under heavy pressure. He airs it out. No, incomplete.
Van, the intended receiver on the play. That makes it
From the 50, it's 2nd down.
Four down. Mike 13. Mike 13.
And they'll bring him down behind the line.
That's a loss of 2 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 12.
This is the 8th play of this drive. Got him. And he goes down quickly. And once again, the coaches decided to go for it on 4th down.
Ready. Green 19.
Makes the catch, and look out. Tackle at the 41-yard line. Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive is going to create an almost insurmountable lead. This defense has really got to step it up and make a stop. Gains his way to the 49-yard line.
That's a gain of 10 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and inches.
He fights forward to about the 46. Makes it out to about the 33. Throws it in a hurry. And he's shoved out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
That's a gain of 14 on the play. First down. Interception. No gain on the play. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Watch 14. Watch 14. Hey, watch the lane.
Caught, open field. He's tackled at the 11-yard line.
Called a gain of 9 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down, and this offense is about 3 feet away from that first down marker. A huge play, and now they're in a great position to score.
That makes it 1st and goal.
They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
Loss of 2 on the play. That brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 3-yard line, it's 2nd down. Touchdown, Penn State.
That was a very good all-around effort. The running, the blocking, the entire package. A well-deserved score.
He splits the uprights with the extra point. Stout, ready to kick. Sends it sailing downfield. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback. I don't expect any once-in-a-lifetime rallies here, but that being said, we could still see some exciting plays. Pulls down the catch, and he's got room here. They'll bring him down around the 36-yard line.
Brooks makes the tackle at the 36-yard line.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Set. Red 18. Red 18.
Makes the catch and gets out of bounds.
Gain 15 on the play. That makes it 1st and 10.
Under heavy pressure. Throws back across his body, and this one's intercepted.
I think that interception pretty much sums up this whole game. The throw was lousy, and the defense simply stepped up and made yet another play.
From their own 33-yard line, it's first down. Penn State comes to the line in complete control in this game. Hands off to the right and is brought down in the backfield.
That is a loss of 1 yard on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Setting up blockers, a running back's got it on the screen, and they get him in the backfield for a loss.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. That brings up 3rd and 14.
3rd and 14. Ball on the 30. Got an opening. Knocked out of bounds. The 39-yard line.
Gain of 9 yards. That makes it 4th and 4.
Van back deep to return. He got hit hard.
Not great, but not bad either. As long as your main priorities are not turning the ball over and establishing solid field position, then you're headed in the right direction.
We'll have to see now how the offense responds this time after throwing a pick on their last drive.
And I don't think this defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
Gets it out quickly, and down he goes at the 37.
That's good for a gain of 12 yards. First down.
From their own 37-yard line. First down.
Mike 13, Mike 13. Ready! Check! Thunder!
Quick strike to the receiver, and he's immediately tackled. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
Just under 3 to go in regulation. Feeling the pressure, and he fumbles the football. And they fall on the loose ball. He's gobbled up in the backfield. Now it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Ball on the 39. Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that. Wilson is back deep to return. Tries to get around the corner. Fielded at the 19. Both teams are playing out the stretch here. You want to get experience for guys who normally don't get in the game and try to avoid injuries. Gains his way to the 33-yard line.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. He tackles him for a loss.
Behind the line. Call it a loss of 5 yards on the play. 3rd down.
Alert, steamer, alert, steamer.
Going right to his tailback, and he hits him hard at the 37-yard line. First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 37-yard line. And that should do it. Our final tally in this one. Penn State 37, South Carolina 10.
37. The Gamecocks.
Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nessler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.